And you're tuning into the Black House Fire Radio. And you're listening to Yes, Massive Wagwa. And you're on this Jamaican brother there. Reaching out to all the massive on the African continent. And you're tuning into the Pan African Bliss Show. With your host, none other than Joey.
Inside, many things they go on inside. Midnight, see rise. Now it's in my soul, they need now. When they get wild tonight, it is never late for me time. Inside, many things they go on inside. I me, I go come. You love me, I love you, you're not a but nobody bother me, no go answer. I get it, no accident, no drama, no never. Can't catch my antenna, but this time, no day, you go back to inside, anything they go inside. Midnight, see right, now it's in my soul, they need now. When they get wild tonight, it is never late for me time. Inside, many things they go on inside. I tell her I love her, she know I mean it. I'm the one that help you pick up the pieces. Speechless, always on point like a thesis. Sound like a fiend, but I need it. Inside, not for the drama, no fire. From the big side, zone 6 sides. I got you pulling up for the midnight rendezvous, mama, Nirvana. No accidental drama, no never. I promise. I've been looking for a star in this midnight. The picture getting clearer. Time going by now, I'm looking in the mirror. The bigger the fear is, the more I really feel it. Me time, good for the spirit. You love me, I love you, you're not a bender. But nobody bother me, no go answer. I get it, no accident, no drama, no never. Can't catch my antenna, but this time, no day, you go back, you rama, you know. Inside, many things they
Wagwan people.
Midnight.
Good afternoon.
Now it's in my soul.
Grand rising, everybody.
Tonight.
Hope you guys are tuned in. Are you ready to be inside?
Inside.
The Black Hot Fan Network radio station.
Inside.
It is the media of the 20. Yes, and that's how we're starting our week. Karibuni sana to yet another beautiful conversation right here on the media of the 21st century. This is the Black Hot Fire Network radio station. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Grand rising. Good afternoon from the 254. A big quick shout out to Stepper, everyone live with us on YouTube, on TikTok, everyone live with us that is also on Twitter, on our Rumble page, and on our show page, on our TV, on our radio station app. Good afternoon once again. Shout out to Mr. Black Hot Fire who's also tuning in. Hope you guys had a beautiful weekend. Hope you're ready for the week. Personally, I am ready. You can tell from the energy, but of course, let me know how did you guys get to spend your weekend. As we get to today's conversation, where we shall be talking about the African puppets, how they focus so much on protecting their masters, but not literally the people of Africa. And we've seen this, of course, being a norm where no matter how many times we're going to keep on having new presidents, the aim is not to change the African continent. The aim is to maintain it the way it is supposed to be maintained and for the cons to do their job. So basically, that is what we shall be talking about. I'll be sharing a video coming from one of the Pan-Africanist and also a lawyer from Zimbabwe as he get to expand a little bit on that conversation. We shall also talk about where the Jamaican troops have already landed. That was during the weekend in Haiti, and that is, of course, to help fight the gangs in Haiti. Remember, we also have other African countries that are yet to deploy their troops. We have Benin, who are expected to deploy 2,000. Kenya, so far, they're claiming they have deployed 400, but it's not the total number. The expectation is 1,000, but do remember 400 is not the number that of the troops that have been deployed there. It's more than 400, literally. We also have Chad. We have other countries. I can't remember the rest, but we have Benin. We have Chad. I think we also had Malawi, if I'm not wrong. I'm going to be checking on that. But Jamaica so far has confirmed to be sending their troops that is in Haiti, and I'll be expanding much more on that conversation. And also talk about where there's a fuel truck that has exploded still in Haiti, and also what is happening in Cameroon, where I did say actually accountability needs to be held in all these dams that are actually bursting and causing floods, literally that are leading to displacement of the people. There's supposed to be accountability, like the way we saw, and I was trying to take you guys last week how Libya dealt with their ministers and the officials who are supposed to be, ensuring that any type of any of this mess when it happens, or in case any of this emergency happens, you have the proper equipment, funds should be set and ready to do all this. But that is what we shall be talking about. Karibuni sana once again. That is our conversation for the day. That is our conversation for the day. And of course, stay tuned till the end of the show as you let me know what you guys thought are or what is about the shout to Baron Scott. Good morning to you too. Hope you're doing amazing. But of course, we're getting back to the music as we start the conversation. As we go back to the conversation, I'm a little bit confused because of the whatever that is happening on the background. But yeah, we're getting back to the music. I started with the Pina Colada. That is, of course, Ayara Star, who I do believe she should have won an award instead of Tyler, because I feel like Ayara really and literally does anajituma sana. She puts in so much effort, so much work to not be deserving or getting this, awards, and just giving it to someone who just came recently. Come on, we need to do better. But anyway, karibuni sana. We understand, of course, who controls the industry and what their aim or eye is on. But back to the music. If we just only set it ourselves, like, restructure everything, I believe that's when we're going to be able to have control of everything.
Put your money where your mouth one day, yeah, that's what I prefer. Said it, people. Said it, you have it, people. So yeah, said it, you have it, people. Sima, mkate kiss tumepima, kisikia kimchomko tunajua nkuririma, female benzima, goddamn na go ina, the production tunaifanyia basi cha kaldina, bad girl didi, bad girl kariri, nipate excuse nikiwa bombo tiris, rosa nyoro, fika fiti, siku zombo tote tunawashombo. Man, me a look where you there, your girlfriend know me better than them. Man, me a look where you there, me cause problems everywhere, me a gas step. When we drop it down low on the floor, yeah, that's what you prefer. Put your money where your mouth one day, yeah, that's what I prefer. Said it, pick up, said it, pick up. When we said it, you have it, pick up. So when we said it, you have it, pick up.
Yeah, ni chape, ni setie, ni shande, goja mapikin, wakalale, anguka naye, twende down, reach down, pa carpet, bad girl karibu, nafanya na contessa, only fun, ile recording is a vigesa, ni mahuru lakini ni kuna kutesa, and it's usually to the Pan-African Big Show, with your host, Joby, from Monday to Friday. Stay tuned. Andrew Robinson, love, respect, and justice for all. Big up, myself.
Yes, and of course, welcome back to the media of the 21st century. This is the Blackout Fire Network radio station. Big up to Mr. Blackout Fire, the ghost in the house. Shout out to also, you, I see that is Mickey Maba, anasema nipeni chape. Sio mimi, siwezi kakupatia. Endo kaambia kina Diana Codes uko na kina Brooklyn Boys. Mimi ni mali ya wenyewe. But anyway, 28 minutes past 1 p.m. Literally, 28 minutes past 1 p.m. That's the time on our end. And of course, to everyone who's listening all the way from diaspora, in case this is your first time right here, karibu sana. Let me know the time on your end. And of course, how are you enjoying your day? How was your weekend, actually? I'd love to start there. Mine was fantastic. I can't complain. I'd love to hear from you guys. And are you ready for the week? Because personally, I'm super, super ready. The energy is speaking for itself. I don't need to say much. But karibuni, like I said, today shall be talking about the African states who are so much focused on protecting their elites and not the poor, literally. And when you talk about the elites, actually, I feel like the elite is quite an underestimated word, because these people are more than elite. These people are psychopaths. These people that control the world are just, they're psychopaths. It is super, super crazy. But before we get to all that, of course, I want us to take us back a little bit to what was taking place yesterday. And yesterday being actually the 15th of September, uh, normally every year it is marked as a Afro Hair Day. And literally there's always been conversations every single day, I do believe, in Africa, outside Africa, in so many panels, podcasts, radio stations. People themselves, and especially the African people, we get criticized either because of our hair by the other race, and also other fellow African people have not been taught the value of our own hair. You find someone who's gonna judge you because of having dreads, for wearing an afro, or for shaving your hair, for example, or even not any other things. You find people just always trying to find something to attack you with when it comes to you just being natural or trying to embrace your hair. And it shouldn't be that way, because we've discussed so many times and checked into history how this, whatever we work with today, the image, the knowledge, information, stereotypes, and lies we've been fed, they all came with the westernization and the white man, who actually, when they were taking most of our people from Africa, this was the most disgusting thing I learned. How do you take shape people's hair and stuff it on a pillow and you sleep on that? How comfortable are you? And when I speak about psychopaths, this is the type of psychopaths we're talking about. How comfortable are you to just sleep on someone's hair stuffed on a pillow, like a cushion or a pillow, whatever you want to call it? It is just so disgusting, being honest. Super disgusting. But yesterday being an Afro hair day, actually, I want to share this video right here, which is trying to educate us a few things, and about the stigmatization. Should I call it stigmatization, or the discussion that has always been there when it comes to black hair?
Why
Things right now are changing. I don't believe things are changing, because that was also last week I shared about the Cuba embrace. That was last weekend, right? On Monday last week, I shared about how Cuba women are actually embracing their culture of, taking care of their hair, making it all afro and all that. So it is amazing to see that in some African countries outside Africa, we still have a group of African people who embrace what is truly ours. And that's how it should be. Because I did say last week that I feel like right now, Africans, because of the poverty, where you have to live by every day on a hand to mouth, it's a hand to mouth situation. And where you have no job, you have to think about how you're going to pay the bills and all that. Like, African people have lost the time and essence of their culture, if I'm using the right word.
is black hair so political? Now, narratives around black hair have been a taboo subject for far too long. And it's about time we had these conversations. Now, in pre colonial African societies, black hair was seen as a symbol of a person's own identity. And also during that time, there was a hairstyle for everyone and every occasion. Now, traditionally braided, twisted, or threaded hair will be used to express one's own status, whether you are married, going through puberty, or headed for a social occasion. This was actually an important part of society. Take an example of the Maasai community in Kenya and Tanzania. Now, there
And that's something beautiful I've learned today. I didn't know that actually we used to paint our hair, according to stages. Like, if you did twist, like, you can hear it indicated whether you are in puberty, single, marital status. And that is something really, really amazing. I wish we still really had that. I feel like we do have it, but right now we have much more of freedom of exploring different types of, styles, braids, and all that when it comes to the African braiding, to be specific, and all that. But
artistic locks made from red clay soil is a tradition passed down for generations. It's actually a representation of beauty and status through the different stages of a warrior's life. But it's also a form of bonding for the community. African women shaved their hair when they were mourning the loss of a loved one. African
and that's still very active, being honest. I know that that is very active still in the western parts of Kenya, I'm not sure about other African countries, but where there's one culture very active, in other places you'll find it still very, very active. So I do know, and I've seen actually when the husband to my auntie, the sister to my dad, when the husband died, she shaved her hair. And that's, I don't know, it's a sign of mourning and a sign of also new beginning. Shaving your hair is just not a sign of just mourning, but a sign of new beginning, literally. And a whole lot of things and symbols come also with it. And I just love the way how we detailed everything back then, like the way Kit was trying to explain to me, to us last week, when it came to even rivers, when we had bushes, when we had animals. We didn't just name things because they deserved a name. Right now that we have, the way we can see these people changing monkeypox to, from monkeypox to mpox type shit, not like that. We used to name our things. If it's water streams, if it is bushes, if it is a certain community, it had to come from a certain either spiritual value. Number one, it had to actually have a spiritual backup and value, and also something that indicates either you guys' traditions and culture. It's a whole lot of things, literally. I love African history. If you just literally see the way our ancestors did things, it is so amazing. And it is sad right now. It is amazing to love that, actually, to learn that we had all this together. We had all the civilization. But right now, African people, we are the most, I don't want to say illiterate. That sounds bad. As much as our IQ has been detected to be down, and this is because we've seen them fucking up with, of course, and pardon my French, food, the drinks, of course, the alcohol, and a whole lot of bunch of things that have affected the Africans today. But I fail to understand some things. I always speak about farming, okay? On Saturday, I was looking at things around, and I'm like listening to the kind of details were being given there about the kind of farming activity that is around there. And I'm like, how did we even get here? How is it that people don't know the importance of beekeeping or importance of this and this? You know? So I just love to see and learn the ancient history of our capability, but it saddens me that today we don't have majority of this. But it is slowly coming back, because tapping into such kind of information, that is one of the ways and signs that Africans are tapping slowly back into who they are, who they truly are and were. Okay? Are and were, because yeah, if I'm saying the correct thing. Bashatu Jibajaba, karibu sana. Hope you're doing amazing. Hope you had a beautiful weekend. Hope you're also ready for the week. And he says hello to you too. He says like, yep, now you can't tell who's who. I know, it is crazy. And also says this topic sounds interesting. Didn't know this. Yeah, yesterday was an Afro hair day, and this is just a short video explaining about a few things of how Africans embrace their hair, the plating, what it came with, the meaning behind it, if it is twist. Because for me today, I love twist personally. I love twisted braids. They look so good on me. I really love them. But I occasionally, it's so rare for me to find myself doing twist braids, because they end up damaging your hairline, or something's just gonna not go well with the twist. Especially if you stay with them for long, they end up cutting your hairline. But I do believe our ancient African mothers, grandmothers, grandfathers, and sisters knew how to literally deal with the hair to avoid the entanglement and to avoid even it breaking and having the hairlines all chopped. I do believe they had, because she speaks about also where our African, the ancient people, they were using the natural herbs to take care of their hair. And shout out to someone like Sister Sinovia, not Sister Sinovia, but Sister Jewel, to be specific. She has been giving me, of course, a few tips on some things I can use to, when I start growing my hair back, some of the things I can use to contain or to keep my scalp well maintained in my hair.
Kings wore fancy hairstyles, and African warriors braided their hair while they went to war. Africans were able to manage and maintain their hair using natural herbs from their own environment.
Now, Lori Thapps, writer of the hair,
which I've seen slowly again, it's coming back because I've seen some African people using natural remedies like rosemary. You boil the rosemary, then you extract the avocado oil. There's how you can make oil from avocado from home. I've seen that personally, and I'm about to try it. Literally, I'm gonna find me some bunch of avocados, melt them, cook them, and then extract the oil. Then you take this avocado oil and the rosemary. I think you mix it together. I'm not sure, but I've been seeing bunch of ideas and bunch of natural ingredients that you can use. Personally, I used to see my mom using avocado itself, just avocado. She used to put it in her hair, then she press, and all that. Sometimes you can also use the egg yolk, the egg itself, press it as well. But for me, I find it disgusting. It's really good, but I don't like the smell of a raw egg. So I just can't put that in my head. I'm gonna pass on that. But from that, we have the coconut oil. If you find the original coconut oil, because right now we have a bunch of messed up faked chemicals of coconut oil, so you have to find the right correct one. Okay, it's a whole lot of things.
story traces the journey of black hair all the way to the 15th century in West Africa. Now, according to Thorpe's research, there was never a time that a person did not have their hair done in some kind of style.
But today, Africans can barely, and which is the next video I'm going to share, majority of the Africans today can barely even maintain their hair. Today, majority can barely. Back then, it was so rare for an African to be walking with their hair undone and knitted. But today, it is sad. The poverty. And also, I don't know, because personally, trust me, I do meet with some women having a very dirty and kempt hair, and I do judge them. As much as I'm trying to understand, maybe you don't have money. Can you wash the hair? Can you please wash your hair? Can you stop walking with your hair dirty? I don't understand it. That's one of the things that really gets me when it comes to hair.
In fact, hair was so important that if a person did not have their hair made in some style or in some way that was good, it was said that they were mentally ill. Now, textured black hair was used as a justification for the enslavement of Africans between the 16th through the 19th century because the hair didn't look usual for the colonizers. Now, during the transatlantic slave trade, an estimated 12 million African men, women, and children were kidnapped and sold into slavery. And one of the things that the slave traders did when they captured these people was to shave off their hair. This was the beginning of erasing traditions, and a new set of rules was imposed on black people's hair that set the stage for much of the negative stereotyping around how.
I just wish I can understand. I fail to understand why white people hate the black hair so much. As much as I understand they want to be black so much, because that's where their hate comes from, they lack things we have. Our melanin, number one. Our immune system, how strong it is. And a whole lot of bunch of things. It's a whole list if you mention. That they're so jealous of they don't have. But the hair. I fail to understand with the hair. And how they actually managed to convince Africans to love their hair. Why would you hate my hair? This is just another level of hate that you can't actually imagine. And it's not like it's a recent thing. It was from the beginning. Once they landed in Africa, the instant they came in, they were like, nah, this texture is too good. This texture is way too good. Can survive anything, actually. Can survive any weather, that texture. Their hair needs to be blow dried a couple of times, if I'm not wrong. I bet for them to maintain their hair, because number one, it has lice. Remember, they have lice on their scalp and all that. But I kind of believe if they don't take care of their hair like regularly, that's a whole damaged scalp. Like, You know, with Africans, you can go like I can go like 6 months. Of course, washing my hair, but I don't need to blow dry. All I'll need to do is just comb, replaint, and by 6 months, my hair is gonna be all grown
They don't
naturally.
like your hair because it's a hatred.
Why?
Yeah.
Why that's I don't
Eh,
understand that hatred
because
with
it
hair.
because you don't like I told I've always told you guys, you better understand the European, you're dealing with a savage. So the European is savage. Everything that's not it's like him, he can't deal with it and there's a hatred because he's not African, it's a hatred because he's not us. There's a deep seated um we
Is
can
there
understand it because
anything they used our hair back then when they because I understand where they
they
did cut, shave the hair,
they
stuff it
would
on the pillows.
they were
Apart from that,
they were using it in furniture and chairs. And you can look in Google right now or TikTok and say African hair stuffed in chairs, stuffed in furniture, stuffed in fucking with psychopaths. Yeah, they would take your hair and stuff in. And what was that? What was that lady told me like 6, 7 years ago? She was explaining and and the way they would have African women cover their hair in America. They didn't want to see it because it made them angry. So they would have them. So that's why African women in America wear these scarves on their head because white women would take it and set their hair on fire and burn their whole scalp and head up. So, they burn their hair up and then burn their whole scalp up
but I
because
don't
of the
understand.
jealousy and the rage.
You just are you trying to fathom the hate? I mean, I understand. Yeah, we're dealing with
Exactly. You
psycho.
can't fathom the hate. Exactly.
They hate,
So
they hate, of
the
course,
hate.
our men. I mean, that I understand because of the benefits they have. But it's the hair. Apart from stuffing it on the pit, why would you hate my hair? I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Joby.
The
Okay, you
hair.
talking about? Okay, you got you just said the hair. Okay. They also would take your skin, Joby, and
Yeah,
make
I know.
leather shoes and leather clothes. So why would your hair be? Why think they wouldn't do anything to your hair? The whole part of your body, every part of your body, they would consume. Hell, they would eat us, not just shit. So you can look. They put your hair in mattresses. So your hair would go on the mattresses, Joby. When you sleep on, they would sleep on our hair. They would sit on our hair. They put in their furniture, chairs and couches and shit. So you're talking about psychopathy of a people that you just can't fathom, Joby. They're you're dealing with a savage.
Like me
And then
going to China and I just look at Chinese people because I'm looking for
exactly,
something over there and I start saying, apart from understanding that you're gonna work for me, that's the benefit, of course, the greatest benefit I'm gonna get. I don't like your hair.
yeah,
So I'm just gonna
exactly,
chop it. It just doesn't make
yeah.
any sense. Why
Remember, Joby, what they do in African and Colin. Remember, Africans had to what? Cut their hair to go to school. That came from
yeah,
the European because of the hate. So when you still see the girls in Kenya, Tanzania, Ghana, Nigeria, they're all bald headed, Joby.
hmm
The puppets ain't even changed that. They did that
because
because of the hatred that they had for our hair. You
yeah,
cut that shit off.
you
Cut it
know,
off.
because as the lady is trying to explain right here, shaving of hair to back then in the ancient history, it symbolized mourning of a loved one and also
Yeah, that was
symbolized a new beginning
rebirth.
as well.
Yeah, new
Yeah,
birth.
exactly.
You didn't do it because you hate yourself, but that's what white people gave you. They hate you. So
Exactly.
that's why you got them sitting in school. Everybody's fucking around bald headed in Africa because of the
hmm
hate. That's why Ibram Torre said that now is outlawed. You grow your goddamn hair. You don't
Yeah.
allow no. You don't let us to hate yourself and don't grow your fucking hair because some white man told you that your shit's fucked up. That has you psychologically damaged.
hmm
You're dealing with trauma, self-hate
hmm
that you have not. You should have been got rid of that shit in school, calling yourself a leader. And you got Africans cutting out their hair because the white man said he didn't like your hair. You ain't got lice and bugs and shit in your hair. Talking about the only
hmm
people on the planet. the only people on the planet that actually have hair.
That's why
Everybody else has fur.
that's why I was giving you guys a story of when I didn't shave my hair, what really happened, and I had to lie. I had to go back and lie that because I was late for class, right? So I got to the school compound, and from the out fence, I could see the people are on parade. So I went back home and lied to my uncle. Hey, they told me I go back home so I can get my hair shaved because it's too long. So my uncle immediately took a scissors and chopped my hair
Yeah,
and told me go back to the school. And because I knew I was late, it's not because my hair was supposed to be shaved. I ended up staying in the bush the whole day. So it was crazy. It was crazy. That was that. But I remember even when I went to the village because I had really long hair still when I was young. Um, I used to have my cousins, and not just cousins, but also like the kids from the village come touch my hair. They're playing with it because they don't have hair. So for them, it's like it's something nice, and still that is still very active today in majority of the up countries. If you go there, if you have like braids, hey yo, you are like the God who has landed. Leave alone Jesus. They see you different. You have this long, especially if you do the long braids, because also having a long braid is not something normal in Africa. So if you do those extra braids, just looking all good, hey, you are the
yeah. I
shit.
see,
You are the shit.
yeah. I said, yeah. Let's get over. I said, air. You see the air time?
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah. I'm like, oh shit. Watch out now.
Yeah, she looks fine. She looks good on that color. That's
Yeah.
color. My
Looks,
hair, my color. They are the braid color I love. But anyway, yeah, I see Juba Jabba in the building before I get to finish this video. He says, meet you. That is on the not understanding how Africans have lost it, if I'm not wrong. But he says we got lost trying to impress the Mzungu and not being true to our elders and old ways. I agree. But this is all due to lack of history. I agree. Because trust me, if Africans tapped into the information we tap into today, oh my God, we'd be so far. This bullshit of us being called, I don't know, docile and all
that
that
sounds stupid.
world has literally labeled us despite extracting all the resources from us. It's just the history that is missing. But again, slowly it is coming back to us. Because right now, if I'm to send how many platforms I see in a day talking about the African history, especially on Instagram, it is growing. People are growing. People are, you know, talking about the truth openly and not scared, and digging the information, and exposing how we've been lied to and how this system has been maintained the way it is maintained and why. But he also says I go natural, it gets bushy when I get a trim. Lol. Wow.
You
I
remember?
said,
You remember? You remember the shit is so funny. Let me look at old movies from America. The self-hate is so thick. How nobody had their natural hair. Everybody had that. What Joby said, that relaxer shit. You look at any movie from 100 years ago to 80 years ago. All black men got that goddamn relaxer and shit in their head. Ain't nobody got their natural hair. Everybody's got that relaxer shit in there.
what shit.
Everybody.
That's the what shit. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ever, never would. I wouldn't. Man, I'm so glad the universe for protecting me from a younger age. Like, nah, that really damaged me, and I felt so bad. But I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Even the dyes, I don't fuck with the dyes anymore. Like, because that chemical really burns you. Like, it gets to your scalp for real, for real. It damages you.
That, well, it's bad for you. Bad for us. Because that
Yeah.
that 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 relaxing shit goes. You have pores in your head. That shit goes
Mhm.
straight to your brain, Joe. It becomes like a
Oh,
gloss and
because you have
sits
to
in
stay
your
with it.
brain.
You have to
Oh,
stay with it for like I think it's half an hour before you wash it off, right?
yeah.
Then you go again on the electrical set. You have to again put your hair on electricity for like another 30 minutes. That's a whole hour of you literally burning your scalp. Nah, I say no way. Don't you ever do this shit again, mom. Don't you ever. Man, I really felt so because I really had really good hair, like long hair. And then we were competing with her because my mom and I were doing shit like mother and daughter competition. Even when we were
Yeah.
eating, We used to compete eating who's gonna be the first one. That's why I eat so fast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's why it also came from apart from my cousin taking the food. Like I used to really love competing because I could compete, then she could give me like half a dollar or a dollar, go buy anything you want. And of course, that's why
All
I buy
right.
this all that, just being a child. But when it
Yeah.
came to hair, because she had really good hair, my mom really had good long hair. Well, that's one of the things that hurt me when she was going for the chemotherapy. When I saw it falling off, I'm like, no way, this is so bad. Like she really had good long
But she
hair. So
didn't. But she didn't know that. Yeah, that goes here. She didn't know.
yeah,
And then you trust white people. She didn't know that. You know. Shout out to Dr. Africa. Listen, cancer's all curable. That's your body saying it's in disease. It's not a disease. Shout out to black people know cancer is not a disease. It's the body trying to heal itself. It's the body. But then you give it poison because the white man doesn't understand science, doesn't understand medicine. So you got a savage that just learned medicine 100 years ago, doesn't know shit about anything. But since they conquered us, now you go back and you relate your science to them. And that's a terrible thing to do. But you're indoctrinated with white people being better than you, they know more than you, and all that old dumb shit. That you can't. Cancer's not a death sentence. It's your body saying, "Hey, there's a problem. I'm trying to heal myself. Go back to your natural remedies." Shout out to the people finally called the Rockefellers who gave you this thing. You know our medical system was created by the Rockefellers, right? With just profit. It's all disastrous. Has nothing to do with health. Nothing to do with cures. None of that shit. All this is based on you based
making
on
money,
profit, making money,
yeah, they're
based on
making,
profit.
yeah.
That's it. That's it. And so they made all the doctors in the world go after the protocol because they had the money. They start buying out all the damn causes. You're going to do it like this. You won't get a damn medical degree. It's all debaucherous. So it has nothing to do with no health. You don't have a health system on the planet. You have a goddamn treatment center that doesn't do anything. You know?
See,
You-
Zibazaba says, oh, my wife could use this info. You mentioned the rice water before. Yes, rice water is also good. You use that as the conditioner, if I'm not wrong, as the conditioner. You know, once you use the shampoo, if you have really good shampoos, because the shampoos are also damaged. Me, I don't trust any hair products. Trust me. I'm so sensitive with my head. Like that's the most sensitive part of my body I think I have, and my stomach. You know, those two, if they're not okay, I'm not okay. You know, my stomach fucks me up. I can't move if my stomach is not okay. And my head, if I see my head is not doing okay, I'm just restless. You know, I get restless. Like, why is my hair breaking? Why is this happening? I get very curious and I want to find solutions. So yeah, the rice water is good. You can use it as the conditioner. Once you know, use the shampoos, the shampoo, whatever, you rinse it with the, you know, with the rice water, and then cleanse it off. You know, it's part of just you washing your hair, but make it part of it, like a normal thing or a normal whatever you're gonna be doing with your hair, those things. But I also see Jibajaba say she's been using castor oil. That is nice. I told you guys I had castor oil. I don't know if it's my brother who took it, but it's missing in my house. But yeah, castor oil after bathing, and it seems her hair has stopped falling out when combing. That's nice. I'm gonna purchase me more. If I'm gonna restart my hair growth again, I think from next year, and see how we're gonna do. And I also see Jibajaba says it's because their hair can only be styled their own one way. We can change it. Ah, okay, that makes sense now. Yeah, because the hair,
Jealousy.
remember that when they do the braids, it doesn't look good. Like it ends up being all, you know, slimy looking, like, you know, it doesn't
Yeah.
looking
Yeah.
all
'Cause
slimy, like,
you
you
can put
know.
your hair in so many different ways. They can't.
Yeah, we can do the twist. We can literally do the, you know, it's different styles we can do and play with patterns on our
It's
hair.
a, it's a
Yeah.
jealousy. Yeah. It's a jealousy thing. I told you it's jealousy. They would go and set black women's hair on fire on the plantation. Or
Mm-hmm.
you try to cover your hair up with a scarf.
Mm-hmm.
The jealousy.
Exactly.
It's all
Yeah, I also see Jibadaba said blow drying is a white thing. I agree with you. Shout out to you, Aton. For her, she says she's never blow dried her hair. She uses just oil and water. And yeah, that really works because
Who's that? Airtime?
yeah, your turn. And also for me, it worked for me. I think I'm just a lazy person, with my hair. I used to have my mom taking care of my hair and a certain auntie of mine. Those are the only two
Yes,
successful hair groups I've
yes,
had. The
yes,
rest are
yes. Yes, you're lazy with your hair. Yeah, there you go.
I agree with that. I do know that for sure. I am lazy with my hair. I'm not the gully type of, so-called
Right?
type with my head. It's never my thing. And I also see says, yeah, Keith, I saw that on this old house that um, Virginia governor's mansion chairs stuffed with black
People's
hair.
hair. Yeah.
Mhm. And also says they'd use our scrotum as tobacco pouches. Man, these people are dirty. Man.
Yep, use your ball sack. Yeah, I forgot about
Really,
that. Yeah, they use your ball sack to put tobacco in it so they can smoke their cigarettes and their cigars and their pipes. They may use your ball. Not even that, Joey. They would, you know what they would do, Joey, because their hygiene is fucked up, right? So they never did anything about the teeth, so the teeth would be fucked up. You know what they would do? They would knock out the slaves' teeth and put the slaves' teeth in their head.
in their head,
Yeah, inside their mouth. They use them. They would.
what the
They would
heck?
look this up, Joey. Go to Google. Say George Washington takes his slaves' teeth for his own. Yeah, they would. Because their teeth were fucked up, so the slaves' teeth were good. So they knocked the teeth out the slave's head and then make a contraption and put it in their mouth so they could use those teeth. That's
Jeez.
You're dealing with a psychopath, Joby. The levels of depravity. And you got black people around. You think white people are better than you? Are you insane? Yes. You don't know any real history. Say George Washington
Yeah, I
takes
see.
his slaves' teeth.
Yeah, I see. According to George Washington's ledger, if that's his name, on May 8th,
He's the,
1784,
yeah, he's the first
paid
president. He's the
six
first.
pounds to
He's the first.
Negroes for 9 teeth. Oh my God! On account of French dentist Dr. Lemay.
He's the first president
Oh
of the
my
United States,
God!
Joby.
He
He's
paid.
he
Did
he's
he
the
even
first
pay?
president, Joby. No, he paid for what? They were his slaves.
Yeah, but why are they lying? He paid.
Yeah, that's just some shit they gonna make up. No, we didn't pay nothing. They were his black people were their property. They were their slaves. So their teeth was his teeth. So he knocked it out their head and put it inside his head. He's the first president of the United States. But he's not the only. They all did that shit. But then they lied to say, oh, George Washington had wooden teeth. In your books, Joe, be a lie as a kid. Say, George Washington had wooden teeth. How you gonna have wooden teeth? Get what you talking about? Because his teeth, he had wooden teeth. No, he had slave people teeth. They knocked out their head and put in his own fucking head to use.
Man, this one of the reason personally I'd love to be. Is it incremated? You being burned when you die. See,
Cremation. Yeah,
yeah,
cremated.
cremation. I'd love to be cremated. I don't want any part of my body to be used on no goddamn science shit. I don't know what they're gonna do with. Oh my God, these people who knows if literally dead people in Africa also the teeth is a business. Because if they've been doing it from the, oh my God, why people are psychopaths?
How about that, Joby? How about that?
And it's
You
not all
imagine
of them.
putting
I know
can,
that, but
can you imagine putting another person's teeth in your head,
no,
Joby?
no. That's not even a thought I'm gonna give. No, I'm not even gonna entertain that thought. Okay, I'd rather say mapengo. Mapengo is in Swahili. I'd rather stay with no teeth. Be a granny walking with that thing that they put. I don't. No way. That's so stinking. I don't know what you've been eating. Oh my God, no way. I'm not claiming nobody's teeth as my own. Oh my God, no. I'd rather stop eating eating meat, I'd go Iwaton's way. I'm going.
And it's funny. They hate us, hate black people, but they put your whole, they knock your teeth out and put it in their head. That's irritating good white people.
Oh, oh my God. This is something I've learned today too. This I didn't know. I know about the hair, them stuffing the hair on the pillows, but no
Pillows, they
taking.
mattresses, they chairs, pillows, not just pillows, mattresses, and chairs. Then they would knock it, and then they would take your teeth too. He's not the only one. He's just one of the famous ones. He did it because he was the first president of the United
And it
States.
was
But all of them did that job. But they would take your teeth.
these people are crazy. You took the you took the ball sack, you took the teeth, you took the hair, you took the hands. Oh my God, they took the hands too in Congo, right? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the hands in Congo.
Nah, we need to fight, man. We can't tolerate this nonsense. Nah,
Hey,
we need military, man. This bullshit. We can't allow new colonialism to come back to Africa. Nah, no.
they talking about you got black people. They laying with these motherfuckers.
Man,
They
it feels
they done
bad.
they've given no reparations, no retribution, haven't apologized for none of the shit they've done. Motherfucker walking around with a ball sack of goddamn tobacco. You got your ball sack with tobacco in it. Now why the fuck, Joby, in your mind would you think about making a sack of somebody's ball sack? Who does that? A psychopath. Who decides to come to Joby and knock her teeth out and then put her teeth in her head and use a psychopath.
I'm not doing even no root canal. Trust me. I'm not. No, nah. I'm okay. I'm not doing no replacement of my teeth for nothing. Like me, I'm okay having these gaps I have. I'm okay. I'm okay working with the gaps. I have 3 teeth so far extracted, and I'm okay. Okay, I'm not gonna. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I'll die natural. That's it. Oh my goodness. What the heck? Now I'm gonna be working if I see a white person and the teeth. God. Now I'm gonna be observant, not just the eyes.
Joby always find out one more debauchery shit about these crackers. This should be funny. Like what?
Oh,
What?
God.
They do what? They do it all.
Uh, we need
And they don't.
we can't allow we can't be having our men being slapped the way they do. Okay, we can't. That someone who's knocking your teeth out and taking it for their own. You can't just allow to be weak. You can't afford to be weak. You can't
How about
afford
that?
to be weak. Okay, if you can't be an Ibrahim Taroy, I'm so sorry. You're gonna be dominated again. They're gonna
So that's
control
what
you.
that's why you gotta exactly. That's why you gotta raise your sons
Oh,
not to be weak.
I'm not having children for
You,
now because I can't
I'm
afford
talking
to
about.
do
I'm saying you ever said you can't raise them like airtime. Everybody's your friend. Everybody's
exactly.
loving. You gotta get rid of that shit.
Yeah, and
That's not the
I'm a
world we
be
live in.
I'm a be an Anita Ivy. I'm checking your kunas in my
Exactly.
stomach.
Oh yes, that's right. Oh my God, Anita Ivy. What she got said? How do you know if you got a coon? You better watch the person you dating. If he's a coon, you better get rid of his ass.
Exactly. I can't want to have me a coon, so I'm checking you, man, from the stomach. Like, you gonna do right or you about to fuck up? What you gonna do? I can't, man. I'ma lose it, man. I can't. Also, Steve Bajama says in the US you can still be expelled from school for natural style black hair. Yeah, I've seen that a couple
Yeah,
of times.
yeah. You get expelled from school. So much your head's messed. Remember, you couldn't even the black women at work where they wore their natural hair. Because like Joe was America, you had to straighten your hair. If you didn't, they fire you.
Exactly, yeah. I saw. You remember the report I was giving the other day? The woman who was fired for
Yeah,
wearing her
yeah,
hair, and
yeah,
the baby girl who was also chased away from the group of games she was in because her hair was curly and she's
yeah.
blonde, or totally curly.
Right.
You know, Definitely.
because they feel you're a threat to them. If you don't have your hair like this, if you don't straighten it, you're going against their rule. That's what they see it. I tell them you're going against their rule, Joby. And anything that goes against their rule, they get credit. That's why that's how I gave all that football watching. Because I should have been old enough to realize, that they haven't changed. But I was like irritated. I was naive. And when I seen that, and black people just say, hey, we don't want no disrespect. We just want to kneel. Your anthem is racist. We'll just kneel and we'll just pray, or we'll just kneel in silence. These white people went crazy in this country. You dirty niggas. If you see Joe, but they just hung. You dirty niggas, you better get your ass up. You better not goddamn go against our power. How dare you, dirty niggas, go against white power? You better get your ass up. So anything that goes against them, their power, Joe, it's a threat to them. Since they stole the world, it's a threat to them having any kind of like small threat to their power. They go crazy because they know they've stolen everything. They haven't built the world off their genius or their goodness. Everything they got, they stole it. They're criminals.
Oh, I saw Joe Biden this weekend admitting that America wouldn't be America if it was not for Black Americans. That was Joe Biden.
But so what? They admit that. Everybody knows that shit. Hell, but they don't give you no reparations. Do this for me, Joby. Look this up, Joby. Look this up. They're still doing it. Say 21-year-old Chicagoan gets hanged in North Carolina. So you got this young boy from Chicago who was, say 21-year-old black man from Chicago gets hanged. Now they hung his ass. They try to say he committed suicide. He didn't. So he's driving a truck from Chicago down to North Carolina, down to the south, down to North Carolina. And I know Henderson, that area, because we're on the Virginia, North Carolina border. So he's only 21. He's not smart enough to know the racist parts of America. You need to know this when you're going out in America, what places are dangerous. You being black. You need to know what sundown towns are, what places where they see you. As soon as you get out that truck, you are a threat and they're going to try to kill you. You need to know that you live in a country that's still racist, that's still dangerous to you. So he's found hung in a tree, Joby, and the police, his mother wanted to come down and identify the body. The police said no because they know the white people hung his ass.
Being hundreds of miles away and getting this horrible news. But on top of that, we feel left in the dark by the Vance County Sheriff's Office. I was able to speak with the sheriff today. He is urging people to remain calm while they investigate, but really still a lot of unanswered questions in this case.
Yeah, try to say he hung himself. He's 20 years old. That boy didn't hang himself.
There's a deep history of racism and racist acts.
That's right. In the South,
so people
you're
are
in the South.
concerned about that.
Some in Henderson on edge, gathering in front of the sheriff's office seeking answers on the death of Javion McGee. Just 21 years old, he just got his CDL license for a Chicago area trucking company. He was in Henderson making a drop-off at the Walmart distribution center and was found dead Wednesday morning off Vanco Mill Road, not far from his truck, sitting with his back to a tree with a rope around his neck. The sheriff today told me he doesn't believe there was foul play, but he wouldn't call it a suicide. He did say, however, there was evidence.
How the fuck is he going to tie himself around the neck out to a tree? How the fuck is he going to tie his own self to a fucking tree? And you need to understand, son. Come from Chicago, North Carolina. You're 21. You don't know shit. Obviously, your parents ain't told you shit. You're coming down here to the South, but you got pockets of deep racism. Deep hatred for you as a black person. And you need to be aware of your surroundings. At 21, I'm sad that you didn't know this. Parts of Carolina, you don't fuck around in unless you got other black men around you.
Well, this is where they need to go. Most of the, I believe, and shout out to, there's a video I was seeing online of this black guy was teaching his teenagers and younger kids, male to be specific, how to deal and handle racism, especially if you stopped while driving. Don't
Yeah.
react, raise your hands up, do whatever they're telling you to.
They want to.
Don't go against whatever they're telling you, because that's when they feel threatened and they end up shooting. So I was just so glad to see such kind of a video, because it's I trying to see the kind of, and how many cases you're gonna have in a day of black people being shot in different
Yeah, they
areas.
just shot. They just shot. Yeah, they just shot a kid too. They shot a kid in a McDonald's, 17-year-old kid in a McDonald's park. Where was this at? Where was he at? You can look, the 17-year-old kid get shot inside his car eating a hamburger at McDonald's. He's at the parking lot. The cops shot him. I don't know if he died, but the cops shot him numerous times. 17-year-old shot in McDonald's parking lot. I don't know what state it was in.
In Chicago.
That was in Chicago? Okay. Yeah. So that was in Chicago.
That's crazy.
Sitting there eating a hamburger and he gets shot. I don't know if the boy survived or not. In his car. 7-year-old boy sitting in his car eating a hamburger.
7-year-old girl who died after being shot on Florence Street.
Oh, he died.
Last week, Sheena Lasciuto is outside the court where there was an intense increased police presence, and Sheena, where we've learned that they were needed.
We witnessed ourselves a few loud, intense verbal arguments between several people today, and officers rushing to try and restore some order over here. This, of course, a very emotional morning here in Providence, as all the families of the people involved in this now murder investigation were all here in one place. The two suspects are being held without bail now, and they are each facing 11 charges.
Oh, that's different. I don't know what this
inside the courtroom today, where it was a packed room. You have the suspect.
I don't know what this
did target. She was hit.
That's something different. That's different. I don't know what that one is. That's different. It just happened recently. I don't know. It's a 17-year-old boy gets shot eating in a McDonald's parking lot.
Oh, a 17-year-old boy, not a 17.
Yes. Yes, 17. 17-year-old boy gets shot by police in McDonald's parking lot.
Colorado.
Was it Colorado? I don't. Okay, I don't know where the hell it was at.
Yeah, they're saying Colorado teen shot in face after trying to ask for permission to take homecoming photos. Okay, let me see. Damn.
I don't think
this is just what. This is a whole lot of shooting going on.
That's different. That's another one. I think the one I got, the kid he was in McDonald's in the parking lot, just eating his hamburger inside the car, and the police shot the shit out of his ass. I heard the record. He says, police said, "Hey, get out the car now." He said, "Why? I'm just eating my burger." They said, "Pop, pop, 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 pop." Damn.
I see that's actually an information from 2022. A 17-year-old shot in McDonald's parking lot at San Antonio.
Yeah, that's it. San Antonio. That's it. That's the one. Okay, I thought it was recent. Yeah, that's it. San Antonio, Texas. That's right. San Antonio.
2022.
All right. Yeah, that's it. You can't even be in the parking lot eating your hamburger. Right them shooting the shit out your ass.
Crazy, man. It is super, super insane. But as we get to wind up the show of today, let me share this video right here. The rest of the pending conversation, I'll be extending them tonight on the Africa Today show. But let me share this one very quickly right here as we get to wind up with the video.
Hanging they still hanging us, family. And you need to know when you're young what parts of the country. Listen, black people. This country's white people have never changed, okay? All that propaganda, all that fake religious shit that goofy niggas believe in, that's never changed, white people. They're still just as savage and as rotten as the day they enslaved our ass and colonized us on the continent. Nothing has changed. So you need to be aware of your surroundings and where you're at, and who's looking at you. At 21, he didn't have these skills. He damn sure didn't kill himself. And Henderson, North Carolina is racist than a motherfucker. Racist as shit out there.
But if he was taught, I believe we would have known how to act. I believe that is lack of knowledge from the parents.
That's true. That's what exactly, Joby. Everybody didn't know them. His parents, my probably, like I told you, he's probably from a poor family. His family probably never left Chicago in their life. They don't know nothing about North Carolina. They probably don't know shit about the country. Because I said, you're raised by ignorant people. They can't teach you what they don't know, Joby. So his parents probably never even left Chicago. They think the rest of the country is like Chicago, and it's not. You're in certain deep white areas. North Carolina, deep white, deeply racist areas. Like I said, even though I make jokes about me going to Chicago, and I mean North Carolina back in the day, and getting with young girls in North Carolina because it's one of the old slave. North Carolina's one of those slavery states, Joe. But I knew, even back when I was young, going through North, I said, I would observe the way these crackers looked at me. And it wasn't a nice look, Joe. I felt that energy. I'm like, I'm not gonna stop and get no gas in this town. I think I keep on driving, Joby, to the next town.
Yeah, you get your ass shot, man.
Yeah. So, go ahead.
The African state, that entity with the monopoly over the means of and distribution of violence, has failed to protect, to secure, except sometimes the state is very efficient in repressing expressions of poverty or very efficient in protecting a few elites, especially foreign elites. The state never fails to protect multinational companies each time any of their properties or interests are at stake. But the state sometimes grows amnesia when there is a threat to poor people or the poorest of the people. The African state, that entity with the monopoly over the means of and distribution of violence, has failed to protect, to secure, except sometimes the state is very efficient in repressing expressions of poverty or very efficient in protecting a few elites, especially foreign elites.
Yeah, so
the state never fails to protect multinational companies.
He telling you how the states in Africa are all set up. I told you, the police are all set up to protect white people and their interests, not the black people that they put in poverty. That's why they go. That's why every country in Africa, black Africa, see, every time there's a protest of poverty and not have fair treatment, they come down on the people. Never the multinationals that are destroying your environment, that are stealing your resources. Never them, because the system was designed and kept to protect the white people who steal your shit and have impoverished you. He's correct.
These were interests at stake. But the state sometimes grows amnesia when there is a threat to poor people.
Exactly. So literally, that is what they have been doing. That's what they keep on doing. And that's when you'll see when we have elections, like you say, demonstrations. The first people to be warned is gonna be the citizens of America everywhere. Be careful, take cautious. Stay cautioned. Don't.
If you guys notice, beware. Kenya, you better beware, because they put a terror alert out for Kenya.
Yeah.
That's them. They're getting ready to do something to Kenya. Same way they did the damn embassies back in the day. Because you niggas are now starting to wake up. Now they put a terror attack out for Kenya. So you better get these niggas back in line. That's them telling the government, you better get these niggas back in line. Our stealing is not going to be stopped. You understand that, Bruto? You better get these niggas back in line. There was some shit going to blow up around this bitch. That's when go ahead, Joby.
I've been feeling that lately. I don't know. I've been feeling that lately. Something might happen. I've been feeling that.
That's your tuition.
Before the terror release, whatever, information. Like I've been feeling something might happen, but I've just not been sure how, where, when.
Yeah,
Like,
that's your higher stuff. That's your tuition.
oh, gonna
It's
be
right.
well,
Yeah, that's what you say because these white people are brutal. You niggas better keep going to church. You still better believe in dumb shit. And you better not be asking to get free.
mm,
Your job is to be impoverished and to do our bidding. If you don't do it, we're gonna start blowing shit up around this bitch. And we're gonna tell you it's the terrorists. It's the terrorists. And your dumbass government ain't gonna tell you no different. They say, oh, we must fight the terrorists and the terrorism. Like what? You mean fighting white people that are doing it? No, we're not gonna say that. That's the truth, but we're not gonna say that.
mhm.
That's your terrorism. White people.
Yeah, but we'll see what's gonna be happening. Of course, our eyes all opened, our ears all opened. You know, we'll see what's
Can you
gonna
be
happen.
careful? Be careful any public place, guys. Stay out of
Yeah.
big public places. For right now, stay out of them. Any place that's big government institutions, stay away from them
Hmm.
because they're planning to blow some shit up.
Yeah.
Remember, they giving a terror alert. That's them. They're doing it. Okay, they're the ones that's doing it.
Mm-hmm. I also see Jibba Jabba's wind up. He says, Fried died and laid on the side like Francana. I tell you, man, shout out to that guy. I know you always have this guy, he's all laid up, all, you know, chemicalized and all that. It's
And
crazy. But
fried, died, and laid to the side. It was fried because it's got to be cooked. It's fried like Joey's mama was frying Joey. Said Joey like, oh, what are you doing? Baby, just stay there. It's just burning my head, mama. It's supposed to, baby.
actually, it makes it after that, or you think your hair is soft, it makes your hair super even extra harder after that because the chemical
Damn.
is in. So, and then that's when your hair starts breaking. So you need to keep on taking care of it. You need the treatment. The treatment is another chemical too. You
Yeah,
need
of
to
course.
you'll keep on relying on the treatment so that your hair can stay in good condition after the chemical. Nah, I told
The
my mom,
fried, died, and laid to the side, Joey.
don't you ever, no Christmas shit in this me. No, no. That was a Christmas birthday. Like, no, can we do something different because it's your birthday month? Nah, please do not try it again with me. Nah, try it yourself. You know, you've damaged my hair. You just did. You know, with all
She
that.
didn't know. Mama was young. She didn't know no better, Joey. She was following the trends like everybody. She didn't know no better.
Should have known better. Jiba Jaba says the worst I did was Jericho Driz.
You
Boy,
did.
that's not
I
nice.
never did that. They did the Jericho. Yeah, that was relaxing with the curl. I never did that shit. I thought that shit looked crazy. I know it was a big trend. Like Joe, it's a big trend. Everybody was doing it. I was like, that shit just look crazy to me. I never put any relaxer ever on my head ever. I just thought that shit looked crazy. Listen to Jericho. Everybody had the Jerry curls, boy. Like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. I mean, one of my younger brothers did that shit. He looked crazy as hell. I said, God damn.
I'd never do that. I'd never. I also used to think people look funny, no? I'm like all that shiny stuff on their head.
Yeah, the shine out there, I did too. I thought it looked crazy too, Joey. I knew my brother did it because he was in a breaking popping group back in the day. They break dance and pop, and they all had that look, the Jericho look. He asked my mom to put in his hair, and he got that's it. He said, "Oh man, it look good, don't it?" Man, that shit look crazy than a motherfucker to me.
Man, I
Yeah,
would.
they said it was all shiny and shit, Joe. Yeah, that shit like that.
Especially when you stood on the sun. Oh my God, you are the shit. You are. Like your hair is all, you have your cats and all that, and then you
Yeah.
but nah, it never looks good to me, not at all. Other people, but not as for me now. I'll cut my hair, but not put any crazy shit like that. No.
Everybody thought everybody thought that shit was sexy back in the day. I never did. Had no sexy Jerry curls. Like, no, I've never had any curl in my hair. I never put any straight in my hair, not ever. I thought my head was too funny for that. I thought I had a funny shaped head. I said, nah, I can't do that kind of shit.
You respected yourself. Yep, you knew yourself.
I don't know if I respected myself, Joey. I was just scared. I was like, I didn't want this shit to burn my head. I was scared to get my head burned, Joey.
It would not have looked good on your head shape. That's for real. You saw that.
I thought I looked crazy looking. Nah, I can't. Nah, I'm not gonna do that.
You got an oval head, like not really.
Yeah.
Like,
I get an oval head, so I was just like, nah. This thing. So it wasn't about me being known was right, Joe. I was like, nah. I think I look stupid with that shit. That's all.
Jibajaba says he was like from the movie of Friday. Oh my god, that guy. Which one? I don't think he had really the shiny jelly. Jibajaba. I was like Pinky from the movie Friday. Oh, from the movie Friday. Oh, we got
to watch Friday again. Friday's the one. I don't think we did Friday. Yeah, we did Friday. I think Joey fell asleep on it. He said, "Yeah." He said, "I'm gonna knock your ass out." He said, "That's Big Worm." You told me Big Worm had that Jerry curl. Hey, Joey, do this before we leave. It's like a minute. Say, put this video on real quick. Say, from the Friday scene when, what's his name on that shit? Friday scene when guy gets knocked out, gets knocked out. What the hell was the goddamn guy's name? Jibba Jabba on the movie. Here comes what's his name? What's his name in the movie? It's not about punk. Say scene in Friday when I can't remember what's the guy. When guy knocks out the guy asking for his bike. Just ask that. Say scene in the movie where guy asks.
You know that nigga Debo had his bike for like 3 weeks, right?
Debo. Here you go. That's it.
I got another nigga just accounted for me. I won. Give me my money.
You what?
Here you go.
Hello.
Wait, what? Nothing. Hello. Give you what? My money.
Go to
go. Debo, I need my bike back. Dad tripping.
Watch. I'll talk to you for a second.
Oh shit. What's going on, homie? Pop wants to ask my bike back. Ain't you?
I'm tripping, man. You want me to ask for my bike back? You know I wouldn't trip. What bike? The beach
What
cruise.
bike?
The one I let you use a couple of weeks ago.
There you
The
go.
one I've been asking you about.
That's my bike.
You know you wanted it back, homie.
Stay here,
Right
homie.
here. Yeah, it's just like it's both ours. Just keep it
Like
down
both
at my
ours.
house. Cool.
Oh shit. Knock the fuck out.
That's my bike, punk.
That's my bike, punk.
You got knocked the fuck out.
It's bad. It goes bad. You want some too, Rob?
Oh, you want something too, old man? Huh?
No.
Get off
Your
your
ass.
ass and get in this car, boy. I don't know why you come down here messing with these.
With these people. You want some too, old man? I don't know why you, Joey, come down here messing with these people. That's my bike, punk. That's my bike, Joey. That's my bike, Joey.
And the written
We got to watch that again for Joey. We got to watch that movie again on Friday night. Hey, Pop said he wants me to ask for my bike back. What bike? I can let you borrow. All right, homie, come over here.
Yeah, we much love. For those
Good stuff, guys.
play. I hope you guys enjoy the show. See you guys
That's
tomorrow.
my bike, Irritant. That's my bike. And where you knock out Irritant and when she's at Sunday school. That's my bike, folks.